Yo, what is going on guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the fate of Derron Brown's Ghost Train at Thorpe Park Resort. Now if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe, as I will have videos out every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, as well as I'm going to try and put out at least one Friday night video per week in the summer holidays to try and get you guys hyped up for Friday nights. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so if anyone who's watched or seen any of my videos before talking about the Ghost Train, then they'll know that I'm not a massive fan of this attraction. The main reason being the fact that I'm not a big fan of the VR horror sort of thing. I much prefer the fact that when you walk out it's the live action part. That's probably my favourite part of the whole attraction, because I love things like scare mazes and things like that, and you know, it's just more enjoyable in my opinion. Now the first thing I can see happening to the Ghost Train is the fact that they completely removed the VR. Now this is probably, you're probably thinking, wait, what? Well, how's the ride supposed to work? I mean, the VR is the biggest part of the ride. So in my opinion, I believe this is how it should work. You should walk out, you should get on the train, you sit, it simulates the movement like always, and instead of having the stupid VR headset on your head, you see live action actors come out, start messing with you, the practical effects such as lights going out in the train and stuff like that. I feel like could really make for an enjoyable experience and feel a lot more simultaneous when you're moving from one section to another. Because obviously when you've got headsets on, you take the headset off and you're in real life and it just doesn't really work. I believe this would make the ride a lot scarier and possibly draw more people in. Because I feel like if I had live action people like touching my legs and stuff while I have a VR headset on, it's not really scary. But if I had actors actually scaring me and, you know, lights going out on the train and like things moving around, that would scare me. That would make for a more enjoyable experience, and that's what I hope they do with the Ghost Train, because the whole VR side of it really isn't working for me. Okay, so the second thing I can see happening in this attraction is a complete new update to it. So obviously in 2016, I believe, or 2017, get those years mixed up, we did see a new addition to the ride. Obviously we had Rise of the Demon. Now I could see something like this happening, maybe having a new addition to the story, new addition to like the mazes section, which we have seen happen in the past. Obviously there's been a lot of change up with that live action section. And I feel like, you know, it'll keep the ride nice and fresh. I'll probably ride it a couple more times at the beginning of the season, but obviously I'll still probably lose interest. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of VR, but I can see this totally happening, obviously because Thorpe Park probably wouldn't want to remove the thing that cost them a lot of money in the last attraction. Obviously when the VR was initially made, it did cost quite a bit of money, so obviously it's something they probably want to keep. But to be quite honest, if they're going to invest in something else, I would much rather it to be live action rather than investing more money in a VR section. However, I do believe they could probably still do this. I mean, you know, it'd keep the ride nice and fresh and also, you know, draw some more guests in, which is what Thorpe Park's really for. You know, if you're going to make a new attraction, you want it to bring people in, and I feel like adding a new addition to this could possibly work, but I know some people out there probably wouldn't want it exactly the way they would do it. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to be talking about in this video is the removal of the building itself and just the complete demolishment. Now this is probably one of the least likely options, obviously because like I said, they spent a lot of money on this attraction, and just to knock it down would be a bit odd. But to be quite honest, you know, as it ages, I reckon at some point they will do this. I mean, obviously we used to have the arena there, so I feel like it is quite a big space to possibly put something new, maybe a new restaurant, a new area, something like that, just to freshen the park up. But I cannot see this happening in the near future. I can see it's been a long way away into its, you know, life cycle, and if they do something drastic with it, I feel like that option will probably strengthen out and lengthen out a little bit longer, obviously because it will draw more guests in. So yeah, I don't think this is probably likely, but obviously it's always nice to touch upon it just in case. So yeah, definitely leave your comments down below on what thing you think has plausibility to it. Also share your own thoughts and opinions down below as well, because I love reading and looking through some of your comments, because some of them are really interesting. So yeah, that's the end of the video today guys. So my next video on Friday hopefully will be to do with Fright Nights, and the one on Wednesday is a history video, and that will be on an attraction I will not reveal, because that will have to be something you have to wait for. So without further ado, I'll see you guys later.